If tomorrow is anything like today, it's going to be huge. S&P 500 making new all-time highs at a time when the ADP numbers today show we lost 33,000 jobs. Now, we come over and look at how the indices fared across the board. The Dow was down 10 points. NASDAQ was up 190 points. S&P 500 up 29 points, with the Russell 2000 being up 3.03. We come over and look at advancing issues versus declining. We had 68.1% of issues advancing on the day. Then when we come over and look at the sectors, we only had two sectors in the red: healthcare and utilities. Basic material, energy, and technology by far outpacing everything else to the upside. Now, when we come over and look at the fear and greed index, right now we're sitting at 63, almost dead smack in the middle of greed. Now, we've heard Powell talk about this quite a while, and now it's becoming a reality. The sputtering jobs market is now a top risk for stocks and bonds in the second half of 2025. And like I showed a few moments ago, with the fact that the ADP numbers today show we lost 33,000 jobs, that is going to be a problem if indeed the news tomorrow holds up the same. Today we can see at 8:30 a.m. we had that news release, and during the live stream today, we went back and tried to look at the last time where we had a negative jobs print. And we saw the last time that actually occurred was in February of 2022. And quite funny, the last time that did occur, we also seen the market gapping up and running higher on the day. Now, if you guys don't want to miss the next time I go live, make sure you're subscribed and you have the bell notifications turned on for all. Tomorrow, we're going to be giving away a Take Profit Trader account live on stream. Now, this article says, be very skeptical of the ADP report showing economy lost jobs for the first time in years. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you believe tomorrow when we get the NFP numbers coming out, which is going to be the jobs report, do you think it's going to be a miss or a beat? They're expecting tomorrow we're going to have an increase of jobs of 111,000. Now, that is down from the prior month of 139,000. And at 8:30, we also get the average hourly earnings, the unemployment rate, along with the weekly unemployment claims. And we're expecting the weekly unemployment claims to actually jump to 240,000 from a prior reading of 236. Then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we do have the ISM numbers coming out as well. Now, we can also see that Goldman Sachs has now come out and they raised the Fed cut forecast to 3 times in 2025. Now, if we come over real quick and we look at the Fed watch tool, and we can see how many more FOMC meetings do we have? Well, we have one in July, September, October, and December. So there's 4 more meetings, and Goldman Sachs is now predicting at 3 of those meetings that the Fed will be cutting rates. Now, even after today's number, the market is still priced in. There's a 76% chance the Fed will do nothing at the next FOMC meeting. Now, we also have some news out there. They're still trying to pass that big, beautiful bill. And will this be a positive catalyst for stocks or not? And let's not forget, today, we saw that Trump announces Vietnam trade deal, 20% tariffs on imports to the US. And when we look at that, look at the chart that we had when that news came out. Nike went crashing on down. S&P 500 had a dip, but in the scheme of things, the S&P was able to recover very well. We come over and look at Nike. Nike was also able to cover real good. We see that big down move in Nike only to come up and continue to rally up from that point on. So it ends up being a big nothing burger out there. We come over and look at the volatility index today. The VIX was down 21 cents or down 1.25%. Then we come over and look at the dollar index. Dollar index today still down at these lower levels. And with the dollar index being depressed, we come over and look at gold. Gold having a decent day out there as well. Gold up 19.5 points. Like I said on the live stream, if we can clear this next high volume area at about 34.16, watch out. Gold's probably going to make a run to make a new all-time high. Now, jumping over and taking a look at the SPY real quick. As we talked about moments ago, we are at all-time highs in the market. We look down here at the MACD indicator. It's simply not confirming those highs at this point in time. That doesn't mean the market will not be able to go higher. Then we come over and we start looking at the 4-hour chart. MACD indicator is starting to get that round effect over here. Then on the 30-minute chart, we can see that the MACD indicator basically flatlined out here. Now, if tomorrow we can get below value area high, then I want to look for the market to rotate back down towards about 618. And let's not forget, if we scroll this back, there's a lot of gaps on that last leg that we've had up that still need to come back and get filled at some point in time. Now, for the holidays, I want to make you guys aware of 4 amazing profit deals out there. Apex Trader Funding, 80% off all the valuation accounts. Then we have Tradeify, 50% off new time users and 35% off reoccurring users, then my funded futures, first time users, 50% off. After that, for the first account, after that, 15% off on other purchases after your first purchase. For those three prop firms, use promo code Mike. Then Take Profit Trader, 40% off all their valuations, no activation fee. Use promo code Epitome at checkout. Then when we come over and look at the futures markets real quick, look right over here on the 4-hour chart. We got to keep grabbing the Fibonacci retracement tool and continue to move it on the way up. The S&P still has not been able to have a retracement at this point in time. Every time we come down towards this high volume area, we get a rejection and we start bouncing right back up. Now, will tomorrow be different? If the jobs data has come out tomorrow is anything close to what we saw today with the NFP, you better believe that retracement is going to get underway in a hurry. Now, as I'm looking at this real quick, again, we're still above value area high from the prior week, so the path to least resistance is still to the upside. As we come over and look at the daily profiles on the 30-minute chart, notice today we had a 41-point range. Now, it's kind of funny because overnight we made a new all-time high. They slammed it down early on, only to run it right back up. So we could have played the rotation all the way down through yesterday's profile, then again, right back up. Notice that value area high is up here about 62.75 and a quarter. So tonight or tomorrow, if we're breaching above that, and that is right up here near all-time highs, we start coming back down. I want to play for the point of control, 62.67 and a quarter. Anything below that, I then want to target 62.55.75. Below that, I want to target the kind of this little minus development area of the profile at about 62.49. Now we come over and look at the NASDAQ real quick, the QQQs. Notice today we get a bullish engulfing candle. NASDAQ, however, did not make a new all-time highs. On the 4-hour chart, you can see the MACD indicator trying to show early signs of weakening at this moment. But on the 30-minute chart, I warned you guys about this today on the live stream. The MACD indicator was down by the 0 line, and that could be an area where we start to see the market rally back up. Now, today we were unable to fill the gap from the prior day, but one thing I want you guys to pay attention to, look at the shape of the profile. It's a P as in Paul. If we can really start cracking below this upper distribution area, there's a high probability we're going to come back and retrace to the lower third of the entire range from today. And tomorrow we do have plenty of catalysts out there with all the economic data to actually get the markets moving in that direction. However, if we can break above the top of this distribution near the highs of today, then I want to look for the market to run right up here, go ahead, fill the gap, and maybe make a new all-time high. Now, we come over and look at the 4-hour chart real quick. You can see we kind of have a little double bottom pattern taking place, and now we've pushed right back up. And again, we're having a very hard time. Right now, we're sitting right near value area high from the prior week at about 22,816. And if we start coming back down below that level, we're slightly above it at this moment, then I want to look for the market to rotate back down once again. Again, we still have that point of control down here at 22,420. When we pull our Fibonacci retracement from the low of last week all the way up here to the current high, then we can also see the 38% retracement at this point in time also aligns with last week's point of control. Now, if we do take out the high, then we simply have to go ahead and grab the Fibonacci retracement on the way back up. But as it stands right now, the 38% retracement will come in right near that point of control. Now, as we come over and look at the daily profiles on the 30-minute chart, we had that same P as in Paul shape profile. And you can see we had that big rip off the lows, basically upper level consolidation. Is the market building calls to go higher or to go lower? This is definitely calls being built at this point in time. We're just not sure which way the break is going to be. Also, we want to be on high alert. Do we see a trap? Do we get a false move down only to rip back up, or vice versa? They rip it up maybe tonight or tomorrow only to slam it right back down. Keep in mind, tomorrow the markets will be closing early. The futures markets will close at 1:15 Eastern time. So tomorrow will be a shortened trading day. Now, if we can start breaking below the lower part of this distribution area, then I really want to explore the idea that we're likely going to go down to the lower third of the range. And one of the areas I'm watching, kind of this minus development area right here, somewhere around 22,702. Anything below that, then I'm really looking for the market to come back down towards the candle bodies, 22,619.75, and then maybe even make a new low from today and start working down towards those weekly trading levels. Now, if you want to learn about the different volume profile day types and how to trade them, make sure to watch this next video right here.